Howdy. We are going to talk about the Krieg artillery piece. Now, I was specifically asked by one viewer for certain, I do know, about this artillery piece because I've got one painted up. I've shown it off quite a bit on the channel. These are entirely able to be hot swapped out, and you just gotta pop it out. But for instance, that was the quad cannon. This one's the siege cannon. You can pop that right out, switch it out for the rockets once I get it squared up enough to get in there, and simple like that. Real cool thing, right? So I was asked if there was a way, let me get that popped out. I love my quad cannon the most. I was asked if there was a specific way you could set up the reloader. Now, on my artillery piece that I've shown off many times, it's a reloader with an artillery shell, and it's specifically meant for the siege bombard cannon. Bombard. It's meant for this one specifically. I'm gonna leave that in, and so I did, in fact, find a way to do it. All you have to do is magnetize. Make sure your magnets are in the correct way. And honestly, all you need are the magnets, the correct size drill bit. This is a 1/8 drill bit, 1-inch drill bit. That'd be gigantic. And you can just simply magnetize like that. And you can adjust the arms so it looks like you don't see the magnets quite as well. If that's all you really want to see is how well this works, I mean, here you go. This is your Rocketeer. Oops, his shoulders popped up a little bit. I would highly recommend putting the rocket or the artillery piece, whichever you're going to choose to do, the artillery shell, sorry. I would highly recommend putting the magnets in and then putting the shoulders together and then gluing this together. Otherwise, you're not 100% how tight the shoulders need to be in on each other and such. And then you have the repair kit, the repair box, and that one's just a simple. Okay, this isn't really that hard to do. A little bit later on, well, right after I get done explaining this stuff, you're gonna see how I did it. I did it a bunch on stream, and I will say there's my little foogies on there and everything. That's not gonna represent me talking because I gotta do voiceover work to explain stuff. It's gonna be cut up real fast. Hopefully it's not too long of a video, and like, subscribe. I hope you enjoy. All right, so the first things you're really gonna need is a drill, a hand cranked one, electric one, that's fine. Drill bits, your model mostly assembled. The body, the torso mainly needs to be assembled, and the arms you want to make magnetized. And you're gonna want to drill. First of all, don't do what I'm about to do. I've drilled too far into this mini, and I put a hole all the way through that arm. But and two, I did change my hand, like the way my hands were. Otherwise, I would have ran a drill right into my finger. So be very careful doing this. It would have been right there is exactly what happens. It would have been so bad if that would have sliced me up. It could have been very bad. Number two, and me right now in the video does not realize this, make sure your drill is the correct size for your magnets. I'm just using the smallest magnets I have, and past me does not know that it is currently not big enough to fulfill the need of what I have to do. So we're gonna have to finagle some stuff for this portion of the video because I don't have the drill bit at this time. This was like 2 days before I finished it up, I guess technically. Yeah, 2 days before I finished it up and got everything ready for this video. This is something that I'm going to say, don't do this. This is how I made it so I had the proper size magnets. I was checking Allen wrenches to see if they were the same size as a magnet. Because if that was going to be the case, and one of these is the correct size, I just need to heat up an Allen wrench to the point where I can melt plastic. Please, 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 please don't do this. I will... One, it's dangerous. You're playing with fire, quite literally. As a volunteer firefighter, I also shouldn't be doing this on camera. But, you know, I'm also a farm boy, and I'm gonna make it happen. If I say I'm gonna get something done, and I don't have the proper tools to do it, I will figure it out. So Don't do this. Get the proper size drill bit, okay? I promise you, it is 1,000 times easier, and you're less likely to get burnt. I did slightly burn my hand because that's a full piece of metal. So once one end gets hot, the other end also gets hot. So I didn't actually burn myself at all, or really that bad. But still, don't do this. You're better than this. Get a drill bit. It's 1/8 drill bit that I had to use, and it made my life 1,000 times easier. So once it's warm enough, what I did was I went ahead and pressed it in, made sure it was gonna work. It successfully did, actually. It was the right size. I didn't make the hole too deep. Honestly, again, a drill bit's gonna make it's gonna be a lot better for you, a lot easier for you, a lot less of a headache, and a lot less chance of burning something and or yourself. So this is the next day. I do have the proper size drill bit. I was showing you how I did it first. Don't do it like that, because it's also not good to do it to the body of the mini that you're going to be working with, because it spreads a bunch of burnt and melted plastic around that's hot. Just don't do that. Do this. This is much better. Look at how easy this is. I don't have to heat nothing up. I don't have to do nothing. I just have to simply spin it a few times, and it's ready to go. It's ready for a magnet. I forgot what I was using for a second there. It's ready for a magnet. I'm going to quickly show you how I do my magnet setup. So you want to make sure that you're on camera first of all, and then you want to make sure you know which side goes. Now, this is the simplest thing to do. All right, so that's the side that goes, and that means I need to put that side that I just pointed at into the mini. So you want to grab a marker of some sort. Any colored marker will do, and simply just mark it. And once you do that, double check it just to make sure. You'd rather triple, double, quadruple check. Mark this side, and that's the side that goes into the plastic. It will work every single time unless you drop it and you lose the marking. And if you lose the marking, just go ahead and recheck it and make sure it's marked. So once you go ahead and let that set in there, have some super glue. I'm pretty sure I put super glue in there already. After that, you'll just simply wait for it to dry, and it'll be perfectly fine to just go ahead and pretty much snap lock on. So we're here back to the future with editing me, and basically you just do that same thing. What is that? 6 times, because you don't do it with an Allen wrench. Don't do this. I'm telling you, don't do this. So once you do that, like I said in the beginning of the video, you've got yourself a hot swappable character. So say for instance, sorry, I'm hitting something. So say for instance, you got your quad cannon set up here. It's gonna be, don't drop them. Don't do that. Fuck. There it is. I found it. I got lucky. So you got your quad cannon set up. So you want to have your mortar reloaders. That's another thing we'll talk about here in a second. Let me actually get those in. And yes, I did fix that hole that I drilled with some green stuff. A little bit of paint, no one will even notice it. There you go. You got your, there it is. Now it snapped. Now you got your proper reloader for your quad cannons. He actually does stand like this. And you got your quad launcher mortar. I believe it's a mortar. It's not necessarily a cannon. You got your repairman for anything other, well, I guess it would be the siege cannon in this case. Just hot swap this out real quick. So you got your repairman for the siege cannon. He's not going to stand because he's not glued on. And you have your rocketeer. You have your rocket man for your rocket launcher. And this one's the best because it actually holds on the best. And you can just simply, bam, there you go. It's really not that bad. There is a downside to doing this though. Watch. Okay, this one is not the downside problem. These are the worst about it. So say you have your repairman set up, and I'd be careful handling your minis, and I'd be careful letting other people handle it, because if you drop it, they'll fly off. Now, I'm in a controlled area a little bit, so I know exactly where this stuff will go, but you just want to be careful. You want to be careful on that. There's a chance of your stuff getting lost, and I know how much of a pain that can be. So if this has helped you at all, please, again, like and subscribe. do all the YouTube stuff. I don't say this ever, and I know I need to put an animation to it. So I will see you in the next video. Bye!